We are making a mint simple syrup as a base for our mojitos. I went out in the herb garden earlier today and I harvested about 12 cups of mint. And
that's a lot of mint.
Cleaned it and dried it, and so I have a bowl full of mint. In this pot I have water and sugar. I have 8 cups of water, 6 cups of sugar. Normally a simple syrup is 1 cup water to 1 cup sugar. I'm trying to do a slightly less cloyingly sweet simple syrup for the mojitos this time. So once the sugar dissolves into the water, I will put the mint leaves into it. The oils from the mint will release into the syrup, flavoring it. I'll strain the leaves out of the syrup, color it with a little bit of food coloring so it's obvious that it's mint, and that will be the base for our mojitos.
And then are we going to keep that in the fridge, or are we going to freeze it, or what?
I'm going to freeze it in small containers.
Excellent.
And what are you doing, Tim?
I am squeezing limes.
Lime squeezer you?
Yeah, well, this is number, I think, 9 out of 21 I have to do.
So here's your bag of limes.
Bag of limes, so limes.
Oops. Lime. Roll, roll, roll.
Rolling it so that it juices a little bit better. And I'll cut it in half. And we have this fine squeezer, which I love.
Pampered Chef squeezer.
Pampered Chef. Contact Absolute Amy if you need more information about how to acquire one of your own.
Absolute Amy of the Red Boy Podcast.
And there we go. So I squeeze the limes. We'll take the limes and combine it with that simple syrup infused with mint that we were just making on the other end of the kitchen. And that will be the base for the mojito.
The result of Tim's hard work, 3 cups of pure lime juice. Spinach soup. Not really. It's the mint cooked down into the simple syrup. And we're going to let this cool for at least an hour before we strain it. So this is the herb garden and said mint patch. And this is after I have harvested 12 cups of mint. In addition to the mint, we have thyme and lavender. And why can't I remember what you are? Tarragon. And this is my huge sage plant. We're going to come around to beautiful rosemary bush, some parsley, some oregano, chives, basil, and cilantro in this container. Again, lots of mint.
Let's take a look. Ooh, it looks like spinach.
Spinach soup. Except it's minty fresh. Splashy.
Alright, so at this point you're straining out the mint from the simple syrup. It's fully infused.
That's right. And this is my china hat, which as Matt calls it, a big ass strainer. So, what we have now is the mint leaves in here and the syrup down below.
And you haven't added the food coloring to that yet.
Capture as much of the syrup as I can. And then to make it look minty, I have green food coloring. Try that much.
It's like magic.
It's now mint syrup.
We have reached the point where we are ready for assembly, and we have our ingredients. We have them pre-measured. First off, on the left, we have 10 cane rum. 1 part, in this case, 4 ounces. 10 or a half cup. 10 cane, highly recommended over something like Bacardi. Much better, much smoother. Next, we have a cup of fresh squeezed lime juice. Actually, in this case, we decided to use a little bit less than that because Nanette did a little test on it and she thought that it was a little bit better that way. We also have a cup of the mint infused simple syrup. In this case, it's green because of the food coloring. And finally, we have 2 cups, or 16 ounces, of the lemon lime soda, and in this particular case we've used a specific one, which is a Mexican soda that we can get here that is called Jarrito, and it is flavored with natural sugar as opposed to high fructose corn syrup, and we found that it is a much better item to use. So, now, look, it's Nanette. She's in a new shirt. It's a different day. Yay! Alright.
Okay, I'll take the rum, pour it into the pitcher. And then the lime juice, followed by the mint syrup. And by the way, the taste test last night was excellent. I think a little nap afterward. And finally, the lemon lime soda. I like this served over crushed ice, garnished with a mint leaf, and it is delicious. A little stir, and we have a beautiful pale green mojito. I will pour one. You can crushing ice.
Action ice
That
video.
is
It's what
action
people. It's
TV.
what draws people to our website.
Like that. So this is a lovely pale green color, and again, that's due to the food coloring, which is not a necessary part of the recipe, but I actually like the color of it, and it helps me when I freeze my mint syrup to know that it's different than my regular.
Well, give it a try.
Syrup. Oh, okay.
Excellent. So, now that you've tasted that, we would normally garnish that with a little bit of mint.
Yes.
What are we going to do with the rest of the ingredients?
We are going to take the lime juice and pour it into an ice cube tray so that we have small portions. We're going to do the same either with an ice cube tray or small containers. We're going to freeze it in small portions. We may do it in 1 cup containers so that whenever we're ready to make another batch, we can defrost 1 cup of this, 1 cup of this. And we'll keep that in the freezer, and that way throughout the summer as we are ready to make another batch of mojitos, we simply defrost our ingredients and mix.
So we do it in the 1 cup or the ½ cup increments so that we can make our pitcher or a half pitcher very easily, and we just have to add the soda and the rum.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, that does it for Whatever Reason TV number 2, all about the mojitos. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.